Ironically, it's probably because of the risky, rebellious, challenging, anti-corporate nature of a lot of street art that's made it such great fodder for a media marketing machine. Well, it seems every design magazine, fashion magazine, music magazine you look at, there's something of the aesthetics of street artists or digital artists passing their way through advertising and making their way into our worlds. I guess the $1 million question, or the $10 million question, or maybe the $100 million question is, what is that intangible thing that artists have that makes people want to wear it or sell it or sponsor it? Meet Gabrielle. She's an artist that summed up the answer to that question in one neat little project.
I was sitting there looking through my textbooks, looking through my notebooks and sketchbooks, trying to find a new idea, thinking that I had none. And I discovered that all these little ideas popped out that were half-baked or kind of bad or unrealistic or too expensive, or for some reason I'd just written them down and chucked them away. But I realised that there was so much content in these little ideas, so I decided to put them all into a book and have them transmittable just as ideas rather than as finished artworks.
Yep, Gabrielle's work is a bunch of ideas. This is the Ideas Catalogue. You can submit ideas to the catalogue, you can even buy ideas from the catalogue. But the work itself is just a collection of ideas.
People really started to put their ideas in for sale, and other people started wanting to take on those ideas and buy them and carry them out themselves.
I can see that some of them have sold.
Yes. Bookless Library sold to a couple of Italian curators who wanted to carry out the idea in their gallery.
And how does the Bookless Library work?
It was submitted by Will Foster, who's a Glaswegian artist. So the idea is that you find a library in your local area and find out how many books it holds and get together enough people to take out all of those books over the course of a week. And then when the library is completely empty of books, you use the space as a new social space for a week, and then the books are returned. This one was actually submitted by Raphael de Vietri, and it's a very simple idea, but the language that he uses to describe it is so floral and beautiful.
So what's the catalogue entry for that look like here? Do you want
to... must the expression of love always have a stated object, or for that matter, any object at all? Metalove proposes to its purchaser to manufacture a bumper sticker which simply reads, "I love." From this, the reader can infer that there is an unstated object of the driver's love, or perhaps more precisely, that the driver is expressing a more generic love which does not require a specific object, meta-love.
And people noticed it because we pulled up and saw it on your car outside and went, "I love, what's that about?"
Yeah. People see this as an opportunity to propose things that aren't conventional artworks.
Yeah.
I quite like this one submitted by Dove Spinks. Create a device that will set every mobile phone in a limited area ringing simultaneously. When people answer, they receive a message like, "Thank you for participating in the Ringtone Symphony Appreciation Society." Further installations could feature the filmed reactions, most effectively used in crowded venues such as buses, or quiet venues such as libraries or art galleries.
Great.
The Ideas Catalogue is prompting people to open up their imaginary so that they can open up their social imaginary and create new ideas of ways that things could happen, and even if it's just stupid ideas that aren't directly relating to solving global issues, it's still accessing that part of the imagination that imagines alternatives.
For me, that's exactly what it's all about. The power of possibility, the power of creativity to transform things. In hindsight, that's what this whole series has been about. The power to imagine alternatives. Whether it's the alternatives for an empty shop in Newcastle, a laneway in Melbourne, Or what might happen if we started to validate some of the new cultural forms? But we started tonight with William Shakespeare.
I'm just not sure the world needs another version of Midsummer Night's Dream. It's not that I don't think Shakespeare was a great artist or anything. And yes, the impact of those works is great, it's phenomenal, and we should never lose them, we should never stop valuing them. At the same time, though, the possibilities of so much other work is so much greater.
But that's why the marketing executives love this world. It has energy, passion, despair, rebellion. It has innovation. Artists can take risks so the rest of us don't have to. And buying a piece of that, well, that can be the difference between a $20 shoe and a $200 shoe. Should we just leave this to the marketing executives and the advertising people? I don't think so.
I'm interested in the world where people create things and those things have an impact and they have a resonance and they actually change and evolve in the world around us and actually change the world around us. They open up new bits of imaginations or possibilities. And if it's not quite art, well...
Oh my God, you were excitement on legs, and everything you said gave me an incitement to beg. I don't claim to be no expert, but I like what I read. Was just trying to get your attention, I'd get you in bed. We'd hide in your dorm room, you were easy to talk to. You left me on a boulevard of a spot I could walk through. For 36 hours, thought I'd uncovered a fortune. The truth is, I saw nothing else from the wall's view. I touched you, caught you in old hands, and you were joking of how I'd be as an old man. My pulse was racing, shaking up my cold hands. Good Christian kids, behaving like adults can. But it was more than that, I had to ask you for your number. This could be an endless summer, that's a spell I'm under. Didn't get it even as I bid you withdrew with an ache from something I couldn't pursue.